Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Nate Need.
Welcome to another episode again of the SEO Search Engine Optimization Podcast. I should say SEO.co. That's the name of the company. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing about a little bit more about anchor text as it relates to search engine optimization, acquiring anchor text rich links, the preferred variations in the anchor text that you're using, as well as how frequently you should be using relevant anchor text, and how to get natural backlinks. I mean, we've discussed that as well. And we'll kind of go through it, dive in a little bit. So anchor text rich backlinks used to be kind of the belle of the ball when it came to building links, when you had some of these large private blog networks out there. And these blog networks would be really used to drive very specific anchor text rich, no variation in the anchor text rich links from expired domains with high authority, repurposed into one of these PBNs or private blog networks. It's set up as an SEO host. They're all on different IP addresses. The whois records are all obscured, usually owned by one or maybe a handful of people that share these high profile domains amongst themselves. And this is one of the reasons Google clamped down on sharing PageRank data, because you could gauge the PageRank, and people would just hammer specific pages on their site with really keyword specific anchor text rich links. And when Panda and Penguin came out several years ago, it really tanked a lot of those sites who had nothing but the same anchor text phrases linking to their sites, because it was obviously manipulative and not natural. So keyword stuffing on your site is obviously a bad thing, but keyword stuffing in your anchor text is also a bad thing. Now, when it comes to internal link building, you can be a little bit more, there's a little more leniency, because obviously you're trying to give Google the signal for your on-site content as to what those pages are about. And so you can be a little bit more focused in on the keywords that you want a particular page to rank for. But when it comes to anchor text rich backlinks offsite, you usually don't want those to be greater than 10% of your overall link profile for any given page. And when I say 10%, let's say you've got, a single page can rank for hundreds, if not thousands of keywords, depending on your links and your authority. But if you have, let's say, 100 links pointing to a single page, and of those 100 links, it says the phrase blue sweater is the only piece of the anchor text that's there. It's not some variation of that. So a natural link profile might have less than 10% the exact match phrase blue sweater, and then another 30% might be some derivation of that where blue sweater or blue or sweater is included in there. And then the rest would be very natural anchor text like click here, or for more information, or here's a nice resource, here's a guide, whatever it might be. And so as you look to build that anchor text rich backlink profile, don't be too aggressive. And when you do so, you need to abandon control. Most link building strategies at least partially rely on outside sources for constructing links. You're not doing this on your own. That's true natural link building. And it's interesting because when you talk about abandoning control, some people kind of go into freak out mode and say, well, I want to rank for these specific keywords. Well, it's actually good for quality to not have control over the keywords that or the anchor text keywords that are being linked to a specific page, because that's a natural way of doing so. So Google would expect to see a certain amount of natural links, and some search marketers try to rack their brains to try to build links that seem natural. Well, the best strategy is to earn your links naturally. So let those links flow in and the anchor text flow in as they should. And so as such, you would expect a high level of variation in what people are using to link to specific pages on a website. And when you are doing guest posting, the same holds true. Make sure that you do an assessment, a backlink assessment of your existing pages, so that you're not hurting your eventual SEO. So, and something else to consider when you're building a good natural link building profile, if you're guest posting on a high profile site, for instance, and that site gets syndicated, in other words, other websites republish that content, and you're using an exact match anchor text term to link to a page, well, all of a sudden, instead of getting one link to that page, you're getting 20, 30 links to that page using that exact anchor text. Well, all of a sudden, you just pooched all of your natural links to that page, all your natural anchor text links to that page, because all of a sudden, your keyword specificity for that page is now that same anchor text. We've seen that happen a number of times. So before you do anything on your own, make sure that what you're doing is not going to hurt you, but help you. And so whenever you can, we always advocate using your brand. Brand is what you want to build. You want to build a brand online. And so as you look to build that brand online, you need a very natural anchor text, linking back to you. And in most cases, that is your brand. So whatever your brand is, that brand should be included probably the most frequently of any anchor text you use. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. Looking forward to having you here again soon. Let us know what you'd like us to discuss and what you'd like to see next time. Thanks again.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show, and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.